Hi, and welcome back to Refresh Fridays. I am your perfectly imperfect Katie Poppins, and this week I have a guest for all of us to enjoy. This is Lindsay Curtis Baker, and she is a licensed therapist. She practices at Family Care Center in Junction City. Today I've asked Lindsay to come on and walk me through a couple of meditation and grounding skills and exercises that will kind of launch us into our mindfulness series. So with that, Lindsay, can you please take over?
Sure. Thanks for having me. So when we think about mindfulness, that is something that we do when we're trying to bring ourselves inward, maybe calm ourselves down, or be more mindful about what's going on internally as well as externally. So a couple things today. For starters, I'm going to walk you through a breath meditation. And Katie, I'll use you kind of as my person I'm teaching. So breath meditation, when we meditate, there's tons of different types of meditations that we can do. Today, the only thing we're going to be focusing on is our breathing. When we focus on our breath and we do what we call therapeutic breathing in these meditations, that's going to lower our heart rate, lower our anxiety. It's going to send us endorphins that are going to make us feel better. We'll also slowing down and calming down the piece in our brain called the amygdala, which is our fight or flight sensation. So what we're going to do, it's going to be really simple. You can do this in your home. You can do this before bed. You can do it in the morning, whatever it takes. It can just take a couple minutes. Sound good?
Let's do it.
Okay, so first thing you're going to do when we're focusing on our breath, some people can close their eyes. Sometimes that's comfortable. Sometimes it's not and it doesn't feel safe. It feels vulnerable. What I'm going to do, I'm going to close my eyes and kind of walk you guys through this. When we are focusing on our breathing, what we try to do is we're going to put our feet on the floor, sit up straight, elongate that diaphragm. Sometimes it's helpful to put a hand on our chest and a hand on our belly so we can feel our breathing. So what we'll do for start, we're just going to take some big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you want to hear yourself breathe. So these are going to be big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I want you just to continue that for a little bit. In through the nose, out through the mouth. If you feel any tension in your neck or your shoulders, we're going to start relaxing that. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you start to have thoughts that are coming in your mind, we're going to push those away and we're just going to be focusing on how cool it is that we can breathe in and out. So we'll keep doing this for maybe 20 more seconds. And a lot of times what people will feel when they're doing this is starting to feel a little more zen, starting to feel a little more relaxed. Sometimes people start feeling a little tingliness going on in their chest or in their fingers, just from opening up their lungs. And so we'll have Katie do one more big breath in your nose, out your mouth, and when you're ready, kind of come back to the room. Okay, how are you feeling?
Oxygenated.
Okay, so
Good.
not just a little breath meditation. You can do that whenever you're feeling too tense, feeling exhausted, feeling like you just need a breather. That's a breath meditation. So the next thing we use to become mindful of things like anxiety or tension that's rising up in our mind, in our body. And so this is a quick thing. It's called a grounding skill, grounding technique. We use it to become more mindful, to become more connected to ourselves. So Katie, what I'd like you to do for this one, just kind of take note of where you're at. So anxiety-wise, if you could scale it from 1 to 10, where would you say you're at right now?
I'm probably around like a 6.
A 6? Okay. So we're starting at a 6. So for starters, just like we do that breath meditation, I want you to sit up straight, elongate that diaphragm, start taking a couple good breaths. Okay. Breathe in slowly and deeply in your nose, out your mouth. Okay. And after a couple of those breaths, I'm going to walk you through a little technique for starters, I want you to open up your eyes. Tell me how many windows are in the room.
I have one big window.
One big window. Okay. How many electrical outlets can you see?
2.
2 electrical outlets. Okay. What are you sitting on right now?
I am sitting on a dining room chair with a pillow on top of it.
Okay. Is it soft, hard?
It's pretty soft, a little cushy.
Soft. What material is it made out of?
The pillow is made out of a fuzzy green material.
Okay. Perfect. So softer, fuzzy. Is it hard, squishy?
Yeah, definitely a little squishy, a little creaky.
Creaky. Okay.
Antique chair.
Are you wearing shoes, socks?
I am barefoot.
Barefoot. Okay. What color are your pants?
My pants are gray.
Gray. Any markings on your pants?
Call me out here. I think there's a little hole in my pants.
A little hole.
Right above the knee.
Okay, hole above the knee. So can you feel that hole?
I can.
Okay, so you can feel your skin.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Carpet, hardwood.
I have a carpet.
Carpet. Okay. Any notable marks or rugs or anything?
There's a dog lying on the.
There's a dog. Okay. What color dog?
It's a big old drooly Saint Bernard. So she's white. She got some tannish red and brown.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. Do you hear anything right now?
There is some birds chirping out my window.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, your voice and the creaking of my chair.
Creaking of the chair. Okay. I want you to name 5 TV shows or movies.
Friends, Top Chef, Chopped, Grey's Anatomy, Schitt's Creek.
Good job. Great.
Thank
Last
you.
choice. Okay. And then name as many shapes as you can.
Square, circle, triangle, diamond, oval, rectangle, hexagon, pentagon, sphere, cone, cube. There's a glowing T-Rex skull in my.
Great work. Okay. So now I want you to rate your anxiety from 1 to 10 after we have completed this grounding skill. Where would you say you are?
I'm like at a 3. I'm feeling pretty good.
What do you think was helpful with that?
I think being present in my environment, it helps me like get out of my head thinking about like other things I need to do or what's coming up, and it kind of keeps me in this moment.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mindfulness. We talk a lot about having, at least in my field, we talk a lot about having kind of 3 minds. So we have our emotional mind, we have our logical or our reason mind, and then we have our wise mind. And so when we meditate and we are mindful, what we're doing is we're going from our emotional mind, which is usually more reactive, more impulsive, connecting it with our logical or reason mind. You know, what are the facts? And then taking both of those and moving them forward in wisdom. So to get to that mind or that wise mind place. And a lot of times meditation, mindfulness, grounding, these things are really helpful with us to come back from the chaos, come back from the craziness, the judgments, those type of things, and come back to ourselves and take a minute, connect, center, and be able to move forward. So I hope those tips were helpful today, and I hope that folks at home and the kids that you guys work with can use some of those. They're simple. You can use them with each other, use them with yourself, use them with your family, friends, as much as you need.
Well, thank you, Lindsay, so much for coming on today and walking through those exercises. I know I truly benefited. And I really hope that all of you are able to take into mind all of these different techniques into grounding yourself and keeping yourself sane during this time. And I want to thank Lindsay again so much for coming on here. And next week, we will continue this discussion on mindfulness and other tips and tricks we can use so that we can bring, just like Lindsay did, bring that anxiety level a little bit lower. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.